right in front of the London Eye.
Day 1 is Thames Kennet Marina to Racecourse Marina Windsor. It was a total of 26.1 nautical miles and actually took us 5 hours and 15 minutes. And we passed through 10 locks on that first day.
Sometimes it does. You have to let me know whether you like it. Yeah. No. But you can only go that way. You cannot go that way because then they don't know what you're doing. You see he's going now. You see but the wind is already going to push you that way, so you don't want to be too far. Otherwise you'll be yourself over there. Come back already. Well, here they're going to get used to the boat and then you can probably train them. Yeah.
So we're at Hurley Lock, lock number 5, and we're just letting the boat down. Doing really well. I've driven it most of the morning and Mark's taking charge now so that I can learn how to do the locks. Doing a really good job. Mark's just taken us out of Hurley Lock. We've only got 8 minutes between this one and the next one. He's done really well.
You always turn the boat down to the central corners. I'll still remember them tomorrow. Okay? If you don't, then you just are a bit out of line, that's all.
Day 2 was from Windsor to just outside Shepperton, and we only passed through 7 locks that day, but we did have a 2-hour break just outside Old Windsor.
Getting out of there, you're getting out there anyway.
This is where I have to go right?
Yep. I've got a little bit of footage there.
I have just had the most nerve-wracking experience getting our boat out of Racecourse Marina Windsor. It's a really tight, narrow entrance exit that zigzags a lot and it's just taken me maybe about 30 minutes to get out, and that was after my full start of actually trying to get the boat out of the berths and down onto the exit river. But we're now on the Thames again, and we're doing our first stretch between Windsor and Boveny Lock, which is 2.3 miles away. So yeah, very, very scary times. Mark's just left me up top on my own. I'm going really, really slow at the moment while I get used to the steering again. Yeah, that's about it for now. I'll catch up with you all again a little bit later. Gorgeous blue dragonfly was just at the window.
Yeah, I think this morning's issue was we weren't giving ourselves enough engine power by keeping turning them on and off. We couldn't fight the current. Learning curve.
Yep.
The good thing about going slow is at least you can come around the corner and see, oh, actually there's no river there.
Yeah.
We were coming up to that and I'm thinking T-junction.
I know Bill says use one hand, and for the most part I can.
Yeah, you've got quite a bit of steering to do around here though. Pretty much a cast iron test of your ability to steer a boat, I would have thought. Hey Spark, school bus. There's Windsor Castle. As we're round the bend. Okay, so we're tied up to that one, and then go all the way down the front of the boat, and I found a concrete post, and we're tied up to that one. So we're good.
So we decided that it was about time to stop for some lunch, and I needed a break because we've been going since 9 AM and it's 12:30 now. And no sooner had we done the ropes and Mark got back on board that the heavens opened, and now it is chucking it down. We managed to get the bimini back up before getting too wet.
We had 24 hours on this morning.
But yeah, we stopped just in time, just before the rain. So here we are on a riverside mooring just outside Walton-on-Thames and just prior to Shepperton. And my siblings have been asking for a few more bits of video, so I just thought I'd give you this quick shot. It is not far off of sunset, I think, maybe. A little bit later it will be, but look at all these gorgeous houses. It's so quiet. That's the direction we'll be going in the morning. Around that bend there are boaters, rowers, kayakers. We've seen people on paddle boards, people fishing, loads of swans and ducks. You can just see those ducks there, and it's just so peaceful. It's pretty, it's beautiful, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this journey. Day 3 was a much shorter day. We started off just outside Shepperton and fueled up, and then stopped at Hampton Court so that we could do a lot of studying before we went through on the tidal Thames. So we've decided to take a stop at some nearby moorings right outside Hampton Court Palace. I've got a couple of photos, but I can't get the camera up high enough to take a picture of the building. But yeah, so we're going to spend overnight here outside Hampton Court while I get the lay of the land for tidal Thames. Having a quick break between study sessions, looking at my charts, looking at all the notes available, looking on Navionics, because I just want to make sure it's a nice smooth transition up the tidal Thames after Teddington Lock until we get almost home. So we're still outside Hampton Court Palace, and this is so calm, serene, beautiful. I reckon it's probably still about 23 degrees outside. It's gorgeous. There's not so many boats here now. Going to be the perfect place to sleep tonight. I'll pan around to my right, and there is Hampton Court Palace. The back gates where King Henry VIII used to stop off and come in, so he would have moored along this wall. Well, actually further round past that white boat at the end he would have moored. Day 4 was a really long day. We left Hampton Court at 8:15 and then arrived at the West Street Pier in Gravesend at 2:45 in the afternoon.
We're coming up on our first London bridge. This is Kingston Bridge, and we're going to go under it, and then the following one, which I think is just a railway bridge looking at it.
But it was very hard work, and we didn't actually stop for lunch at all. Just approaching Lambeth Bridge. You can see the start of the Houses of Parliament just the other side. We'll have the London Eye on our starboard. I'll shoot a picture of that one in a minute, but first I thought you'd like to see the Houses of Parliament. There we go. The Houses of Parliament. Okay, this is on our starboard. You can see the London Eye, and that in front of us is Westminster Bridge. We now have Big Ben to our port, and I think we're doing about 6-7 knots. It's pretty choppy because a barge cruiser has just pulled out in front of us. and we've now reached the time of the day when all the pleasure boats and tourist boats are out on the river. But I think we're doing really well. We're right in front of the London Eye. I much prefer it down here than I did right up the top. Much nicer on the water, although a bit choppy.
Coming up on Tower Bridge. To the starboard side of this, we're going past the HMS Belfast. And we're videoing a big one there, that's videoing us out here.
And I've got to say, the swell from these tourist boats is phenomenal. Quite impressed. Oh my gosh.
You now see why that I said about the...
Yeah. The dogs are not liking this.
No.
Trying to keep her straight is so hard.
Yep.
Massive swells coming up again.
Maybe another one, you're going to have to try and cut down the back dog.
I'm steering into it, aren't I?
Hold the line. Hold the line.
Holding, over we go. There's one. There's another one. Holding.
One more. And you can turn into it now.
Didn't need to. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we've got Greenwich Observatory and Greenwich Pier. Coming round, you've got some very beautiful spots, which I think is the old Naval College.
I don't think we'll have any trouble getting onto this bridge. This is the Queen Elizabeth II Bridge, otherwise known as the Dartford Bridge. This is the first time I've ever gone under it. I usually drive across the top of it, which I really don't like. Mark's driving. He's coping really well. It's so huge up there. Look at that sky. Don't let the sky deceive you. We're having to get temporary moorings in Gravesend for the rest of tonight and all day tomorrow because the weather is about to turn this afternoon, and advice from London VTS, Port of London Authority and actually the Gravesend Pontoon have recommended that we really don't attempt to travel the estuary. And we're through. We've gone under. And over. And over. Oh yeah, Dartford Tunnels. We went over the tunnels and under the bridge. That's it. Cool. That's the old Dartford marshes, stone marshes. Not too choppy at the moment. You can kind of see how we're going up and down next to the barge. And we keep kind of swinging out and swinging back in again. So that's at the back, and then this is the front. Quite well lit here at Gravesend Pontoon. Can you see us kind of rocking about all over the place? I'm actually holding the phone still. Not too bad at the minute. It got worse than this when a big tug went past. I'll see if I can catch one of the big swells. Oh, there we go. Went up and down a bit. This is because the tide's in. See, the tide's in. And that's the Three Doors pub. And they're really noisy. I didn't know how far laughter could carry. It's quite funny. See LV21 and the moon. A little choppy. Not too bad. High winds and poor weather conditions meant that we actually spent 4 days at Gravesend Pier, which was okay, but trying to get across 2 other boats to get to our boat was a challenge, but we got there. We finally got away on day 8 to do the final leg to Medway. Beautiful sunshine, calm waters, it was gorgeous. Sadly, we were concentrating really hard on the journey itself because it was what we thought the most tricky part of the entire trip. So we have no video for you, just these photos. It took us 5 hours to travel 31.7 nautical miles on this day to get back to Cuxton in Medway, and we reached a top speed of 11.5 knots. That was the fastest we'd ever taken the boat. Great trip all round, and I can't wait to get out and do some more travelling like this. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us on this journey. If you've enjoyed the video, please give us a like by clicking the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel as we have more adventures coming later this year for you. We are looking to set off at the beginning of May for a UK circumnavigation. You can follow us on patreon.com/unravel and unwind to get early access and exclusive content regarding our journey.